What's up, everybody? What's going on? It's a Thursday, late afternoon. Anyways, this video, I contemplated if I should even do it. I didn't really want to talk about this subject because it's pretty damn depressing to me. Because I was a fan of hers back in the day, a big fan, big mark for Sunny. I mean, when she was around 95, 96, 97, even part of 98, when she was in the WWF, she was one of my favorites. She was definitely she was way more my favorite than Sable was. And they were around at the same time. So in my opinion, Sunny was way more my favorite than Sable, and Sunny, in my opinion, is way more attractive than Sable was. So this video is basically, I sent a lot of tweets out last night talking about Sunny and her sex tape and what she's done with her life. I'm disappointed, disgusted, and it's just depressing and sad that that her life is so fucked up, that she couldn't get any money, she couldn't find a way to make any good money anywhere else except by doing porn, and getting the easy money by doing porn. Anyways, so I'm going to be shooting a little bit in this video and giving my thoughts on Sunny's decision to go into porn. I don't know if she'll do more movies. I don't really care if she does. I mean, one is enough. One is just... it's sad and depressing that she even decided to do one. But again, some people on Twitter actually getting an argument, fighting with me about this. They're like defending her so I could see another side of her situation that she's in, that she had to do porn. Anyways, this dude was going back and forth with me last night and telling me why am I judging her, I'm being too judgmental, and why am I butthurt over her doing this. Well, I'll tell you why. Because I was a big fan of hers when she was in the WWF. I thought better of her, and she's better. I thought she was better than porn. Obviously, she's not. I know she's fallen on hard times. I understand that. I believe she's gotten 3 DUIs within like 5 years. The last 5 years or the last 2 or 3 years. She's just, her life ever since 2005, Chris Candido, her longtime supposedly love of her life, Chris Candido, passed away in 2005 when he was working for TNA. The guy had a broken leg, and he broke his leg in TNA, I believe in the ring, during a live pay-per-view. And then he had surgery, and I believe he developed a blood clot in his leg, and then he flew on a plane, and you're not supposed to fly when you have a blood clot. So that was a no-no that he flew when he had a blood clot, and I guess that killed him somehow, because you shouldn't be flying if you have a blood clot, or a blood clot formed in his leg, and I'm sure he didn't know about it. And sadly, he passed away. He was a great talent. He was a hell of a worker, hell of a wrestler. He was even a great talker when he was in ECW. He was a great heel. He could get the crowd really angry, and he could make people laugh when he cut promos. So, since 2005, Chris Candido, since he passed away, Sunny, in my opinion, her life has gone downhill. I mean, to get 3 DUIs, she was charged with, I believe, stealing, breaking in someone's house or something. She's been charged with stealing, I believe, medications, painkillers, stuff like that. And then she got 3 DUIs. She's been charged with, I believe, aggravated assault against an ex-boyfriend, or she claimed the ex-boyfriend beat her up and she hit him back, whatever. Since Chris Candido passed away, her life, sadly, has gone downhill, and she hasn't been able to get it back on track and act normal or be normal. She's turned, sadly, to alcohol and probably drugs. Anyways, before I shoot about her filming a porn and signing with Vivid is a famous porn company that makes porn. Vivid Video. If you've never heard of it, it's a famous porn company. I believe Jenna Jameson back in the day worked for them. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about her career. She started, the first time I ever saw her first big break was in 1993-94. In Jim Cornette's Smoky Mountain Wrestling is the first time that I became aware of Tammy Lynn Sitch, known as Sunny. She was in Smoky Mountain. She was probably 19 years old at the time, and she was managing Chris Candido. She was by the side of her real-life boyfriend in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. She was there for a while. As I said, she was very, very young, very green, but she picked up the business very fast, and she became a pretty good manager, probably because Chris Candido was great and taught her a lot about the business. So, from Smoky Mountain then, Sunny. She becomes Sunny, and Chris Candido signs with the WWF. He becomes Skip. And then Vince, when he met with Chris Candido, Vince saw Sunny and asked her, do you want to be on TV and you'll be a part of the WWF and you'll be Skip's manager? So Sunny and Skip debut in 95 in the WWF. They have a decent run together, but Chris Candido never really got pushed as a singles star. He was put in a tag team with Tom Pritchard. He was Zip, so Skip and Zip, the Body Donnas. They were a pretty successful tag team for a short time in the WWF. They would actually win the tag titles on WrestleMania 12, I believe, pre-show. They won the tag titles on the pre-show. It was not on the pay-per-view. Anyways, so the Body Donnas were a team. Sunny managed them. This was 96. And then Sunny, probably WWF Creative or Vince, they had Sunny break away and turn on the Body Donnas and she started managing, I believe, the Godwins. And she was put in a storyline with Phineas Godwin, where he was basically thought Sunny was gonna become his girlfriend. So Sunny managed the Godwins for a very short time in 96 and turned on them and joined the Smoking Guns and screwed the Body Donnas and screwed the Godwins. They lost the tag titles. So Sunny then managed the Smoking Guns for a couple months. Had a pretty damn successful run as their manager, being the manager of the World Tag Team Champs in 96. And then the Smoking Guns eventually, I believe, lost the tag titles to British Bulldog and Owen Hart. And in 96, well, a lot of stuff happened. Backstage, I'm talking about real life with Sunny. There were rumors, I don't know if this was 97 or 96, but there were rumors that Sunny supposedly slept with Bret Hart. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard the rumors for years and years. It could be true because Sunny got around quite a bit. But She did cheat on Chris Candido probably a couple times, but I don't know how many. I only know of two guys she slept with. And I don't know if Bret Hart, if she really went with Bret and slept with him for like a one-night stand. I don't know if that's true, so I'm going to say supposedly. Anyways, Sunny discussed in a shoot interview she did, she discussed that she had a relationship in the spring and summer when her and Chris Candido got in a fight. They broke up. This is according to what Sunny said in a shoot interview that I got, that I own. I think she did it in 2005 or 6. So she discussed in her shoot interview that her and Chris broke up and Sunny started dating Shawn Michaels, the top star at the time, the WWF champion at the time. Shawn Michaels, according to Sunny, really wanted her, and he got her. He started dating her. They were dating for a couple months. They went on vacations together. So, then somehow, I don't remember the whole story, but Sunny basically, her and Shawn broke up. Her and Shawn Michaels break up. Sunny goes back to Chris Candido. There were also some rumors that Sunny slept with British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith, but I don't know if that's even true. I only heard about Bret Hart, and I know for sure that Sunny and Shawn Michaels had a short relationship in '96. Anyways, that really has nothing to do with her later on in 2016, her going to, or she shot the porn in 2015, so, but whatever. So she cheated on Chris Candido a couple times. A lot of the boys that knew Chris Candido and respected him, they have discussed in many interviews. A lot of the boys said that Sunny cheated on Chris a lot. So they're probably right, and I believe the boys over Sunny. Anyways, this was in '96 at when I bought King of the Ring tickets. Sunny and Mr. Perfect were doing a autograph signing for people that show up to buy King of the Ring '96 tickets. This is how big of a Sunny fan I was. I got the King of the Ring tickets, and I got this picture of her signing it. There it is. There's her signature. This is real. This is really her signature. I really met her in person, and she really signed it. So there it is. So you see they're promoting King of the Ring. It says King of the Ring at the bottom. I don't know why they couldn't get it in color, but whatever. Still her autograph. And when I heard about that she actually went through with shooting a porn last year, I actually thought about ripping this up and tearing it up and throwing it in the garbage. But I didn't yet, and I don't think I will. But I did really think about tearing this up and throwing it in the trash, because what Sunny has done with her life, and by her doing this porn, that is trash. Her going to porn because she had no other way of getting money. And I understand she probably needed a lot of money real quick, and she definitely wasn't going to make it on Skype, because I don't think she'd make much money doing her Skype sessions with losers that would pay her. Because if you're paying a 43, whatever she is, she's 44 years old. I mean, she's 43. If you're paying a 42-year-old woman last year that is not in her prime and is not looking good, there is something fucking wrong with you. So, anyway, she was doing Skype a long time last year, doing Skype, and I guess accepting $100 from guys, or $50, $25, whatever. Anyway, she's probably doing that Skype to get ready to, because she already made up her mind that she was going to shoot the porn and accept the contract from Vivid. And I don't really I don't blame her for taking the contract from Vivid, because she probably needed a lot of money to pay court fees and her lawyers, because she has I believe a trial coming up, or court dates coming up pretty soon, where she's probably going to get sentenced by the judge to a long time of a lot of years on probation, or maybe some jail time. I don't know. Or maybe her lawyers will get her out of not going to jail at all, and she'll have to do community service. I don't know what's going to happen in her court cases. So I understand she probably needed a lot of money, probably to pay her lawyers and pay her court fees, but I don't know where the hell did all her WWE money, WWF money that she made, where the hell did that all go? Must have went up the nose, or went to alcohol, or maybe she was spending too much goddamn money in her lifestyle. I don't know where all her money she made. She had to make at least, I mean, she's in WWF for 3 years, 95, 90, part of 95, 96, 97, 98. I think her contract ended in 98 with the WWF. And I'm sure Sunny, from 95 to 98, I'm sure she had to make probably over $1 million at least, or maybe even more. But I don't know where that money went. It's obviously gone. She didn't manage her money right. She must have blew it on booze and alcohol, because since 2005 her life has gone down fucking hill. So back to her career. She was probably released in 98 when her contract ended with WWF. She went to ECW, was used a couple times on ECW pay-per-views in 98. She didn't look that healthy, especially in 99 when she was in ECW. 99 she appeared at Hardcore Heaven, November to Remember, and she did not look good. She did not look healthy. She got herself out of shape. Like, she didn't even care to work out at all. Especially, I mean, watch Hardcore Heaven 99, Sunny, at that event with Chris Candido. She looks really out of it and really out of shape. Like she's on drugs. Or she looks like she had a hangover. Anyways, and her body in November 99, her body was really, really bad compared to 98 and 97. But whatever. I don't really blame someone if they get a little bit out of shape. But this was frightening to see Sunny look at her from WrestleMania 98, WrestleMania 14, then go look at her at ECW November to Remember 99. It looked like a different woman. She looked not like herself. She looked out of it. She looked high. She looked hungover. It wasn't good. And the outfit she was wearing was no good either. Her entire stomach was exposed and she had a gut. Anyways, enough about her career. Chris Candido passes away 2005, as I said. And look, if this was 96, 97, and Sunny decided to shoot a porn, I would have no problem with it. I would actually be excited about it and probably try to see it. But it's not 96 and 97. This is 2016. And her porn just came out. It's called Sunny Side Up. And she's a 43-year-old woman. At the time this porn was shot, 2015, she was 42 years old. She just had a birthday in December 2015, so now she's 43. But nobody, I mean, I don't know what wrestling fan or Sunny fan from 20 years ago, we're talking 96, it's 2016, that's 20 fucking years ago. I don't know what fan of hers would want to see a 42-year-old woman getting banged on film. I don't, and I'm pretty disgusted and disturbed and depressed that she had to go into porn. But it was a big payday, and she took it. I mean, I didn't care that China went into porn. I think she did a couple movies, like 2 or 3 movies. I don't know, and I don't care how many she did. But I believe it was with the same company, Vivid, signed China. And I didn't care because, and I really wasn't depressed about it because I was never a big fan. I mean, I respect what China did in DX and in the WWF. She had a good run. She had a great career. In her short time in the WWF, China had a great career. But I didn't care that she went into porn because I wasn't a real big fan of hers. Not saying I never hated her or disliked her. I'm just saying I didn't care that she did it. With Sunny, it's a different story. Because I was a huge fan of hers. I mean, I was 12 years old in 96. I was hitting puberty, and Sunny, when I saw her on TV and I saw her come into the WWF, I instantly was attracted to her. And I had a crush on her. I had crushes before Sunny. Before I saw Sunny, I had a crush on Miss Elizabeth in the late 80s and early 90s because Miss Elizabeth was a gorgeous woman. And she was a classy woman. Anyways, Sunny was different. I mean, I had a crush on Miss Elizabeth, but Sunny was different because she was a smoking hot chick. She was smoking hot, especially in 96 and 97. She was smoking hot. I mean, smoking effing hot. She had a great face. I mean, for my liking, her face was very attractive. Back in 96, 97, her body was tremendous. But now she's 43 years old. And she did a porn. I think the porn, what I've read on wrestling sites, it has Sunny did 3 scenes in her porn. And one of them is getting fucked in the ass. One of them is anal. So Sunny gets fucked in her ass. Good for her. Hope she enjoyed it. Not really. I'm pretty disgusted by it. But whatever. They paid her, supposedly, they paid her $100,000, which I don't believe, but whatever. Maybe they did. Maybe she got $100,000. Good for her. Anyways, she gets fucked. Obviously, she gets fucked in the movie because it's a porn, and then she gets anal also, and probably blows the guy also. I don't care. As I said, it's depressing. It's sad. It is just, it's so sad to hear that she went through with it. I will never, ever, ever try to see it. Never. I'd probably throw up if I did see it. And I'm not joking. I would probably throw up because I'd be that disgusted and that it'd be that vile and that disgusting. Anyways, my final thoughts on Sunny doing porn. As I said, I don't know if she's going to do another. I don't care. Whatever she decides to do, good for her. But I hope that my final thought is I hope Sunny can get her life on track. Stop doing porn. Get clean and healthy and get off drugs and alcohol if she's still on them. Get clean and healthy and sober. That's all I want for her, is to be clean and sober in the future. But as of right now, this day right now, I'm pretty angry that she did porn. pretty angry at her. But whatever. She doesn't give a damn about her fans, really, unless you decide to support her on Twitter and tweet her, "You're great. Thank you." Unless you tweet her, "You're great. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let anybody get you down." All that bullshit. And if someone's congratulating her, "Thank you for doing porn. Finally," whatever. Maybe some people are happy for her that she did finally do porn and finally get nude on camera. She should have done Playboy 20 years ago, but she turned it down like a stupid fucking idiot. Why would you decide when you're 20? At the time in 2015 when she shot the porn, I said she's 42 years old. Why? When you're 22 years old, or no, 20 years ago is 96, so she was 23. Why would you decide at 23, I'm not going to show any of my body and take Playboy's money, but 20 years later I'll get nude and I'll get fucked on film and I'll get fucked in the ass on film? I don't get that thinking. And I'll never understand that. But I guess she was desperate and needed the money, so she took the contract from Vivid. But, as I said, I think I tweeted some stuff 2-3 weeks ago, and because this was all it was all a con. It was all made up. A made up story that Sonny was going to sell her Hall of Fame ring, and she put it on for sale on eBay. Well, that's pretty damn disrespectful to all the other great wrestling legends that are in the Hall of Fame. And you could argue that the WWE is not even a real Hall of Fame. You could really argue that. Sorry if I was looking up at my TV. Freaking fat man James Corbin, talk show host, sitting in his car singing with looks like the Coldplay lead singer Chris Martin. So that's pretty distracting, seeing James Corbin sitting in his car singing with Chris Martin. Anyways, I don't know why they're showing this on NFL Network, because I have my TV on for light, because with it off it'd be pretty dark. So what the hell was I saying now? I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, Twitter. That's pretty damn disrespectful. She was trying to sell her Hall of Fame ring because she claimed she wanted to leave her wrestling career in the past. That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. If you want to sell your Hall of Fame ring, you should have never accepted Vince McMahon in the WWE's Hall of Fame induction. You should have never showed up if you wanted to sell the ring and be a disrespectful cunt to the WWF and Vince, who basically gave you a career and made you a lot of money and paid you a lot of money. So her selling the Hall of Fame ring was a made-up story. I don't think she was ever going to do it. It was set up with her and the porn company. It was just set up to get a story out of it. She was on TMZ. I don't know which TMZ she appeared on. It might have been TMZ Sports. Anyway, she was showing her Hall of Fame ring off and saying she wanted to sell it. That was made up just to get people to talk about Sonny again and talk about the future of her doing this porn. And then the news came out after she took her Hall of Fame ring off of eBay. The president, the guy that runs Vivid, wanted to buy her Hall of Fame ring, but whatever. I don't know if she sold it to him, but supposedly after, of course, she didn't sell her Hall of Fame ring. Maybe she did sell it to the guy from Vivid. I don't know. Maybe he bought it, because I heard the guy that runs Vivid is a big wrestling fan. So maybe he did buy it. Anyways, she did appear in her porn movie with wearing her Hall of Fame ring that also disgusts me, and that pisses me off, and that's disrespectful as hell to the legends that are in the Hall of Fame. That is totally disrespectful. Supposedly, she even wore a Hall of Fame ring in a masturbation scene. So, that's pretty disrespectful to all the legends like Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat. I mean, Rowdy Piper, who's no longer with us. Dusty Rhodes, who's no longer with us. All the great legends that are in the Hall of Fame, they wouldn't do something that disrespectful, and like wanting to sell their Hall of Fame ring, unless it was that fat bastard like Abdullah the Butcher, that scumbag. I think he sold his Hall of Fame ring because he was broke. So he's the only one I can think of is that fat bastard Abdullah the Butcher. He's the only one I think that's actually sold his Hall of Fame ring for some money. So, whatever. Sonny wearing that Hall of Fame ring in the porn, totally disrespectful. A total slap in the face to the WWE, and Sonny doing that. A total slap in the face to Vince McMahon. Totally disrespectful, a total cunty move for her to do that. Anyways, I'm done shooting about Sonny and her career in porn. As I said, I'm disgusted, and I hope she doesn't do another porn because nobody wants to see that. She's a 43-year-old woman, and she's not even hot anymore. If this was 20 years ago, it would have been hot. In 2016, it's just gross, sad, and disgusting. Follow me on Twitter, everybody. By the way, when I talked about Sonny selling her Hall of Fame ring on Twitter, she must have saw what I wrote. She saw my tweet and blocked me. So thank you for blocking me, you fucking cunt. I was a fan of yours 20 years ago, but whatever. I don't really care that you blocked me. That's not what I'm angry about. I was just giving my feelings that I don't think she should sell her Hall of Fame ring, and that's pretty damn disrespectful, and then the cunt blocks me. So, F you. Not that I really care. I'm blocked by a lot of wrestlers. And now I'm blocked by Sonny. Like I care. She's irrelevant in 2016, basically. And whoever would watch her porn is a fucking loser and an idiot. Anyways, follow me on Twitter at TNAWWE Guy and at NXTWWE Guy. Bye for now, everybody.